Okay, so this is the top 64 Hayl versus Vex. This is the first match, so the prediction is going to close now. Um, let's quickly go over the boxes. So Hayl is pretty much a meta box with a lot of debuffs, 3 tanks, 3 healers. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 healers actually. So there's no Florentia, but he's using Sophia instead and Wyler. So it's more of a very stally type of box. I mean, you're using 3 tanks. Um, no, actually, it is 2 tanks. There's no Hilda, but Burn can act as a tank, so it's a 2 tank, 2.5 tank, 4 healer box. And as for Vex, it's a stally box as well. Both players mostly use AOE's, and yeah, Vex is also not using Hilda. So since he's using debuffs, Hale's trying to ban out all the heals, all the dispels, gospels. So bans out Rosencio, Liana, and also Deedlit, who has gospel. But strange enough, he picks up Odious because he's not going to pick up a tank. But this is also going to slow down, or at least get his main DPS banned, which is not necessarily good. Vex has Juggler, so all the AoEs Hale's gonna use, it's not gonna be too useful if he bans out the debuffs. But instead, Vex chooses to ban out the Sigma and Burn. Burn can be very annoying against Juggler, but um, it should be okay, except for Himiko, just because she picked up Sarada second. Uh, Bozo and Liquors is not really big threats here. So something like Himiko is going to be good, but looks like he's hesitating what to pick. He does pick up Himiko, just because it's going to be hard to kill. And Vex has no way to really dispel anything except for Rachel here. So maybe he'll pick up Rachel. Hey, what's up, Rain? Okay, sorry about that. So he picks up Gizarov, which is not a bad pick. So he's kind of trying to pick units that are hard to kill by Sarada. So you have Gizarov, who basically has 2 lives, because when you die, you have a construct. Himiko, you cannot hit. Odious has 2 lives. So this is not too bad. But at the same time, kill potential for Hayl is really low. There's only real one debuffer, which is Himiko. And I don't think that's too much of a threat. But he does have 2 push, but Odious and Himiko, so that's always a nice combo. But none of his AoEs are really threatening. And Gizar a construct, just because there's Landius now, it's not too big of a threat. So on Vex's side, there's two units left. They're debuffers. He didn't ban those. Hayl didn't ban those units because he has Rosencio, which is reasonable. But in this case, it's really good to pick up Reen, I think, and Reen can go single target. That's gonna be much better choice than Bozo. Bozo not gonna do too much, obviously, because of Rosencio. One other option he could do is bring 3 CM Rachel, and burn out all the stacks from Rosencio with the 3C, which gives 5 debuffs, and then follow up with either Reen or Bozo. So I'm gonna hide the screen real quick for the skill choices. Let me know if you can hear me okay, and if there's any problems with the stream or anything. I think there's like a little bit of sound issue coming from Hayl's side. I hear like a little static, but I think it's okay for the most part. Was a bit muffled. Okay. It sounds fine now. Well, hopefully it sounds fine. Yeah, looks like he's still changing skills. Should be ready now. So I'm going to change back the screen. So the lineups are interesting. There's no easy way to really get through Vex. There are 2 tanks. Landius is going to do a good job against magic DPS. At the same time, it's also going to be hard to kill Hayl's units, but we'll see. Hayl, his win con is really Himiko here. I mean, just because there's no real good dispellers here, maybe can make something work. Hopefully I get to see what the Rachel brought. So Gospel, 1 AoE and 1 single target. I think that's very good because if Himiko goes in, Rachel can AoE, and that's gonna help dispelling. Because if you use single target, the dispel actually doesn't proc, nor does healing. So AoE is good here. So good choice. Oldius has 2 AoE skills, so I'm assuming he's just gonna get faction buff from Gizarov here. One questionable soldier choice from Vex is actually the Royal Cavalry. On this map, it's gonna limit your mobility. Also, there's Olandius, so not the best choice. I'm not sure why he brought Royal Cavs against Magic. There's only Himiko, but Himiko probably will not attack into Landius. So it's kind of a questionable soldier choice, but most likely that's like one of his only options he has, considering he's from Ancient Ruin, so he's a newer player, so probably doesn't have other soldier choices here. If you do, though, definitely not a good choice. Personally, I would definitely bring single target, at least 1, right? Maybe 3C you can use, but I would definitely bring at least 1 single target. Reen single target does a lot of damage, so that's a good choice. Vex's team is really hard to break through, though. 2 tanks, Juggler's gonna heal, so it really depends on what Himiko will do and if Rachel will be enough to heal through everything. The reason I said Reen should have at least one AoE is because there's some AoE combo potential coming from Vex's side. There's one AoE from Rachel. There's also 3C jump from Juggler. And also there's, if you have 3C from Reen, that's pretty good damage. So if Himiko jumps in alone and Rosencio or Weiler's not in range to heal, you can potentially just kill Himiko with 2 AoEs. So okay. Okay. So Zelda's gonna join me in the cast. I think you can talk now. Zelda, do you hear me? Or hold on. Can you talk now? Try.
No.
You're good now.
So what's going on?
So slowish teams, both teams. I mean, Hayl doesn't have a tank, but it's pretty much just like a slow AoE. And same thing for Vex. He has 2 tanks. And there's Rachel and Reen pretty much. And Sarada. Sarada in this case cannot kill anything. At least, I mean, Himiko, run away. Oldie has 2 lives. I mean, there's Gizarov, but if he dies, there's gonna be Construct. So, but Sarada's still good though. I mean, Gizarov you can try to kill, and then gain turn prio. You can at least still kill 1 life of Odious, which is nice. And
how does left side win though?
how does left side win? I think it really depends on. Look at the soldier choice on the Landius. He's gonna get crippled by Odious, right? And then there's no real proper way to dispel. So he could.
And why did he bring Avery?
I think.
That's weird.
I think it's because that's like one of his only soldier choice. He's from Ancient Ruin.
Okay, alright, makes sense.
Yeah.
Did the juggler bring first aid? Because that's what I would have done.
Does Juggler have what?
Did juggler bring first aid? Because that's what I would have done.
Most likely not. It's not really a popular skill to bring. So.
Well, it seems that you only have like a semi healer. I think it'd be a good choice to bring.
Yeah, I mean.
First aid. That's what I usually do when I have like no healer or have a half healer.
That's
against AoE.
That's pretty fair because there's no real single target right here, and then he can sustain himself. And even if he jumps, it doesn't really do anything to really lock anyone down because there's Odious push. Also, there's Himiko push. So the bringing like Beat Shock or something would not do anything really. So I mean, Rachel has Gospel, 1 AoE, and 1 single target. So she has Arcane Blast and Dark Side, which is not bad. You want to bring AoE if she's like the only healer against Himiko, usually.
Yeah, you want to bring the 3C AoE, which is much more larger.
Yeah, 3C is good, but the only problem is Dark Side is pretty nice, right? Also, 3C is Dark Side.
What's Dark Side?
Dark Side?
Oh, Dark Side. Oh.
Yeah,
I'd rather just bring like a 1-hit, like a.
I guess you could bring Lightning, but
yeah,
self heal is nice.
Because a 1C should be able to kill everything, right? With the land use faction buff. I don't see.
Yeah, should be able to. Yeah, and the nice thing about 3C from Rachel is you can kind of combo with Reen, because Rachel 3C can get rid of Rosen stacks, right? It's gonna do 5 debuffs.
Did the ring bring a single target skill? I would have done that as
well. No, he has double AoE, it looks like. So what I did...
would bring one.
Yeah, I would bring at least 1 single target skill. For sure.
Yeah. You should try not to hit the dog, but I guess you can't avoid it because it pretty much kills everything.
I
That's why
mean,
first aid is so good on dog right here. Because when you're like half health, you can heal back up. Now
hmm
you have a full healer again. I forgot
yeah,
the cooldown of first aid, but I think it's like probably like 3 or something. Then, so it's reasonable to activate twice in a battle.
yeah. I don't think that's a bad idea. One thing to note here is Himiko stole water, which is interesting. I don't think it does too much because it's
Does
pretty.
it lower her speed?
Does it what?
Does it
Yeah,
lower her movement?
yeah. Lowers the movement.
Hmm.
The 3C lowers the movement. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, Hale's win condition is pretty much that. He has to rely on Himiko and also Odia's push.
Yeah,
Gives
he
her
has to
off.
control.
Hmm.
Bringing out hazards is kind of useless here too. It's only good against a tank. I would have just brought double killing blow and the anti guard skill just for maximum damage. Yeah, you don't need Al Hazard to kill anything, man. Everything's dead to a regular hit.
Um, it just guarantees a kill. It's really hard to kill Kizarov just because he's really tanky. He has like a lot of HP, which is backstab. And also, same thing for Odious, I think, with Warlocks. You might not kill with just backstab.
I think most Doritos should be able to kill with Hesitant the attack. It's
Yeah,
very hard to not kill.
I
I think
think it's
as long as
still
you don't crit.
risky. I think Alazar's okay. I mean, he can pretty much guarantee kill on everything with Alazar. And it's not
Yeah,
like
but
he's
the
gonna get
issue is that
zoned.
he has to wait. He has to wait. And I think I saw the Zarita has a 1C attack buff instead of a killing blow. But now he has to wait double turns if he's out of the hazard state.
Yeah, personally, I like using 2C for that reason. I don't usually bring 3C unless I need to bring Bloodbath to guarantee kill on something. Otherwise, 2C is just better, right? Especially if you have to self buff.
Is this Ram push even good?
It doesn't do too much, but might as well. He did clock though, which is nice.
You can still reach too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it
mean,
doesn't look like it's much.
only thing it's gonna do is damage though, right? Because of Rosen stacks.
Yeah, but the Rachel should be getting like really far ahead. I would not push the Rachel behind. Just
Yeah, Rachel's
push
safe
her
to
hard.
push with too because she has gospel. So
It gives you more room for your Zarita, and you'll have access to your single target skills eventually.
mm-hmm.
Even if you get pushed back, it's only a turn. Just keep on advancing with it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he did not bring the like sorceress because the tiles would have really messed up her as well. Just
Well,
push with her.
no, those troops are actually flying.
The dark thingamajings are flying as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, they're
They
flying.
don't look flying at all.
Yeah, but they're flying. So
Oh,
it doesn't
okay. I
actually.
would have brought
Oops.
the warlocks or something.
Yeah,
Wizards.
Warlock's probably better. Warlock's gonna give you self sustain, and also it's not like you need too
Yeah,
much damage. Yeah, those troops
yeah.
are
The healing is very
misleading.
nice. Healing is very nice.
Hmm. Those troops also give you self sustain, exactly like Warlocks, but it's not flying. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I don't know why Vex is being so passive. Just push up Landius, push up Rachel. You have tanks for a reason to push.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And you might as well just not have any tanks and just play 2 extra DPS if you're not going to push with them. And he's
Well,
running away as well. I have no idea why.
yeah, I'm not too
Is
sure
there a
about
force
running
to kill
away.
Rachel?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about running away.
Very strange, very strange. But that gives some room for Hayl to perhaps maybe stall out and push back enough.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Because the ODS 3C is going to back up when they reach the middle, so maybe that push might be very strong.
yeah, you don't want to get pushed out of middle, so staying back's probably not the best idea. Good thing you got Breeze on the Rachel though, so she has a decent range. She has 8 range right now, which is not too bad. But just because, I mean, you gotta put the tanks in front, and Rachel needs to be with the tank, and just spread out with Zarda and Ring pretty much. There's he already used 3C on Noldius, so there's no real reason to stay back. Also 3C on Himiko's used already.
It's one more push up the clock.
Still has hide and
Very-
seek, but yeah, the 3C's down, so not gonna kill anything. And
He's calculating the attack, but I think he's guarded, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah, he's guarded, so it doesn't matter. You're right.
The dispelling is not far enough, I believe. I think it's like free range.
So I think he's trying to combo with Juggler Jump and Rain here, but there's still a healer left, so
But that dog should be advancing too, or staying close by for AoEs.
mm-hmm.
I try to stay in like a line since Himiko has the push. Maybe stay in a line. Maybe this dog jump might even kill Himiko. But he kind of is in a poor location. Poor time. You just heal right now.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't stay too, let's say, too passive. I think Vex is playing a little too passive here. He's the one with range, right?
Yeah, that ratio should have been really deep right now. The land is.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard with the troop he has, but still, yeah, he should have.
Yeah, that dog is very sad.
Yep. It's just gonna get hard too. He might just get pushed out or middle. Jumping here is pretty bad as well. It's just gonna get
he has
healed
no
up.
movement at all.
Yeah.
And it does nothing.
Yeah. Jump is.
It doesn't even access for like line AoEs for the heal.
Jump is actually pretty crucial there, so he should not have jumped there. He should have saved it because that jump accomplishes nothing. It's a very important skill.
Hayl should not be that scared right now from the Himiko. I'm assuming Zarita can reach if she gets teleported back. Maybe that's why he's a little bit scared.
Zarda can reach who?
Like let's say like Ringen attacks Himiko right now, he teleports back.
Oh, and then Zarda can snipe. Yeah, but I mean Zarda doesn't have any skill though. Can he really kill?
He'll probably still kill.
Probably kill herself.
Yeah. No, I think he'll kill. Zarita's normal attack is very strong.
Yeah, but she's gonna kill herself though, and you might not even kill. Because I mean, Himiko's almost full HP, and she's assassin, so she attacks fast.
I think he'll kill. I had a lot of Zarita kills before. Soldier's probably not too well trained either.
You might kill, but you're still gonna kill yourself though. Right?
But then what else are you gonna try to kill with Zarita?
Oh, I mean you can
if
snipe.
Play very, very safe. It's definitely reasonable if he wants to just play very safe. But the Owl Hazard is very, very sad. Should not have thought that.
Mm-hmm. So there are a bunch of targets you can kill, right? You can kill Construct, which is gonna be annoying once it explodes, and get too many buffs. You can snipe out healers. I think if you lose Zarda, that's big. Zarda's the only unit that's keeping Hayl back, right? So
she should have kept people back too, but he's not pushing her.
Yeah. So you don't want to lose Zarda.
I think trading Zarda for either Olias or Himiko is a good deal as long as they're dead.
Yeah, Himiko or Olias.
Go on the pushers and eventually occupy the mid, and they can't push it back with enough AoE.
So the units that you don't really care about here is Gizarov and the other two healers. You have to get rid of Odious or Himiko. They're the two big threats here.
This is gonna be a long, long game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow, long game. Both players have win conditions, but it's looking better for Hayl right now.
Uh, yeah, I'd say so. But if Vex just realizes that he can push him,
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's game over.
Yeah.
This Rain's gonna get debuffed by himself because nothing's dead, so he can't do anything. Not like he was doing much anyway.
I mean, there's no reason to stay back right now because Hale used every single thing, every single AoE. There's nothing on his side. There's only Construct, but Construct can't do anything because of Landius. So
Yeah, but
it's,
he just
it's
Atlantis is not moved for like probably 3 or 4 turns already.
yeah. I'm not sure what he's scared of. He should be moving up. He needs to take mid. He can't stay back, otherwise it's just gonna look bad for you. Because the three C's are gonna come back up, and Himiko can disable movement, Odious can push, so you're just gonna die in fog. Also, not the best time to use Al-Azhar. You kinda wanna use her last, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he's gonna reach most things eventually. But that Rachel is just saddening that it's not all wins back. It's like there's an assassin out for, but there's nothing.
yeah, he needs to move up eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just use it. It comes back on cooldown, right? This skill.
This skill, what about this skill? It comes back cooldown pretty
This
quick.
skill
Yeah,
always
yeah,
comes
yeah,
back
yeah. Always comes back
100%.
by the time it runs out. Yep.
So just use it. Probably use it on the top ridge because
Yep.
it seems more relevant.
Mm-hmm. Just because Rachel is gonna get blocked by those tiles as well. Yeah, let's see if he moves up. He has to move up. Otherwise, it's gonna be too late. He's on a timer right now, and it's actually looking
The
good for him.
time is ticking down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's the thing about this. The time
okay,
is ticking down,
so
so the action
he's
is gonna
moving up.
come really quickly. In a few minutes, it's gonna be nonstop action
This is
for the most
looking
part.
this is looking good for Vex right now though, because
Yeah,
Allah's.
he realized he can move his Rachel, and
Mhm.
it's safe. So eventually, that Rachel's gonna hit something.
So Rachel breezed and also breezed on Zerida, so he's gaining control. He's gaining that control right now. Should be okay. He needs to move up. That land use needs to move up. That
Yeah,
soldier on this map with 3 move is really crippling against Odious Aura. So
you can only move one with the tiles.
yeah,
Definitely should have brought like a heavy infantry, some lancer troops, something that's it's a foot soldier.
yeah, it's work just getting to middle with that Landius because of the defense tile and everything. So 3 turns until 3C. Shuriken is back up next turn though.
Yeah, hopefully use it up next turn.
So
But
he.
this is the Rain's last turn to actually do something relevant because the Rain's gonna be very sad very soon.
Yeah, he's gonna run out.
That means a 3 turn debuff, right? So that's like 4 turns. The fog's gonna be all the way in
I
by the
think
time the skill's
I
back.
think it's 2 turn silence, right?
That was 3 turns, but
Well, it
maybe.
becomes 3 turns because you get silenced at the end of the turn.
He tried killing. No,
I'm not sure
that's
about
very
that.
sad. That
Yeah.
is very sad.
Well,
That's
Rachel can
very sad.
finish, I think, but I mean
He's gonna get healed up by the Wilder.
that.
So this is just very sad. It's probably the worst target.
Well, one of the worst targets. Yeah, she's not gonna do anything. You have to get rid of Himiko. You have to work to get rid of Himiko and Odious.
And you gotta pop eventually trigger her ability on cooldown, or else she's not gonna get it at all.
Well, that was a really strange play because it's not like Rachel can reach to finish her off either. But
It's not a huge deal. I think because eventually he's gonna go back up and he's gonna hit something else. But it's a waste, but it's not
It,
like
it is a waste.
a losing move.
Yeah, it's not a
It could
losing
lose
move.
the game, but it's not gonna automatically lose the
Yeah.
game for this.
Because I mean, all of his units are protected, so it's not like Zerda's gonna get killed or anything. It just sucks because Zerda takes 2 turns to get ready, right? He needs to Alizar next and not gonna be ready for 2 turns. So it just sucks
At least he
to
didn't attack the Moldius. I think that would have been suicide probably.
Odious. No,
Yeah,
I think you should be okay.
I think they should kill each other. But
Usually attacking into Odious, you're pretty safe because you attack fast enough. But there is 3C, so 15%, and also 15% from Odious era. So there's a lot of reduction. So you might kill yourself here. So next turn, Himiko's 3C's up though. So that can be annoying. Not scary. Because all of your units are pretty much protected. Because of
just try to
Juggler
get
here.
your dog grouped up with your other units so the healing is provided.
Yep. You want to group up. So I think the best position for that Rachel is probably in front of the Landius. So even if Himiko pushes, Rachel doesn't get pushed. She
It's
has
just Congo line. I think a Congo line.
Yeah.
With Landius in the middle somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
rain can just go away.
Gospel is up for another turn after this turn, so safe to take a hit. So either 2 in front of old Landius or 1 in front of Landius. Probably 2, so you can get a range.
Should be attack this game. It's good for the damage counter, but I don't think it does anything to kill the range. But
Well, it might get rid of something. It might get rid of some kind of buff.
That's but now he's in range for the Rachel attack.
Rachel, yeah. So no matter what, if you attack, you're in range. So he should just pull it back after the explosion. So Juggler's naked though.
It's still kill him. The dog does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill. But it's still gonna do a lot of damage if you attack Zerda, actually.
Can you attack from range? You can attack from
range. Okay, so if he does that... Oh, what the...
Oh, he
crippled, yep. Close, but Rachel's gonna kill now.
Rachel's definitely gonna kill. Yep. He has to attack, because if he doesn't, then AoE's gonna kill the Zerda.
Yep. I think Zerda's still dead, but he has to kill the construct for sure.
I mean,
that is that's a strange move.
This is he's very bad. And now I think the attack can be double tapped onto the
Zerda or Juggler, you can kill either, but probably gonna kill Zerda. So yeah, that's like a super strange move. You could just kill
this
the
attack
construct.
seems good. He's gonna heal up from the Wyler and should be killed. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake.
Yep.
I'm unsure if that single target would have healed enough.
It heals the same amount, so it doesn't really matter. You want to kill the construct. I mean, once you use 3C on the construct and it's bigger, you don't want to keep it alive. The more buffs it gets, the more annoying it gets. It's pretty much playing 6 on 5.
That Landy should have been there to guard the
Landy should have moved up a lot earlier. Because, I mean, it's hard enough.
He should have just been in the middle for the longest time. Because he can't get pushed back his 3C.
Yeah, he needs to get to middle.
It's still unsure that the game's over, though. I think he can still win. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm on HP left.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But unfortunate. I would not have expected it to kill either way. Just Odious is just not a good target. He's on the wall.
He's not healing up the
Yeah,
Odious.
so Ring can actually kill Odious. One life.
Hmm.
But is he gonna suicide his construct? I don't think that's a good idea either. So he's gonna give up his construct, I guess.
Hmm.
In
But
this,
now I would definitely attack with that feels right, I guess.
even Juggler can kill Odious because there's water tile there. One life at least.
Yeah, you gotta get some profit.
So we're just gonna kill the construct.
Rachel should be able to kill the LDS next time once the attacks the back up. Nice. He's not even healing at all. It's very interesting. He's like he wants him to die. Very strange. His AoE is not gonna do much except movement down and stuff.
A lot of damage, actually.
And how much HP does Rachel have left? Maybe the next AoE can kill.
Um, Rosencio
Can probably kill.
can.
Yeah.
Does Landius have guard? I don't think Landius has guard.
That's a 4, right? Usually it's on each other. That's
Almost.
pretty cool.
Should be that this turn.
Yeah, the Ryder should be able to kill her.
Yeah, Landius just not going anywhere. You.
Well, even he can protect Rachel anyway because he has movement down. So
I mean, I wouldn't even have attacked Juggler. I would have killed Rachel.
I would kill Rachel as well because Rachel's your the guy that's killing actually killing your guys.
Mm-hmm. Juggler's just not gonna do anything. I mean, if you kill Rachel, it's GG. It's most likely GG now. Not much you can do. I mean, Landy's just not going anywhere. He's just gonna die in fog. All
Rachel
these,
definitely has to kill the ODS now.
yeah.
Or the AoE.
But
Or
there's no skill on Rachel, so okay. So
that's
actually
kind of
kills
sad.
himself. That is very sad. I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's
This
GG.
was very questionable decisions. A lot of them.
Yeah,
Going
I
back.
mean, it is
This is
understandable.
definitely a losing big man, but
Yeah,
Vex
it was
big
not a
man.
losing pick ban. I think Vex actually had advantage if he played every card right. Because
No. I'm talking about the losing big man from Hell side. But
yeah,
Vex
yeah,
managed
yeah,
to
yeah. I think
lose it.
Vex picked
But
up like defensive enough that he can survive anything Hayl does. He just needed to move in middle, which kind of yeah, you had to just go in middle. Well, he's from Ancient Ruin, so
yeah, yeah, definitely needs a little more experience.
yeah, yeah.
Eventually,
Mm-hmm.
this is just one of these kind of games.
Yep.
It's just a weird game. You gotta know how to win.
Yeah, once you know what you should do from games like these, that's how you improve. So losses are basically best for improving. Losses like these, because I don't think his spam pick was bad. It was just the decision making. So a little more experience, and I think it'll be good.
So no changes from Hale side. These are best of 2 out of 3 or
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay, 2 out of 3. So no changes from Hale side. He has no Lustrio, which is pretty good on this map.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe didn't have a side box at all because I know right now I have no side box at all. But
Yeah, normally, yeah. During ladder season, I don't build anything
maybe he
besides
just
that.
forgot because he definitely would have probably added some extra units. I would think, but maybe he had and he just didn't want to.
Mm-hmm. So one thing I could see that could be troublesome for Vex is if Royal Cav is really the only choice he has for Landius for this map, that could also be trouble, right?
Soul Cap isn't that bad on this map because
Well, there are a lot
Vex
of
is
death terrains. I mean, it will be bad if it was like Himiko and Odious again. It would be
yeah.
hard to
If it
move
was
up.
last match, it'll be definitely worse. But
Hmm.
uh, let's see how the Big Bang goes here. I'm not. Sure, I wasn't here for the last match, so I'm not sure if anything got swapped out.
I don't think so. I think it's the same.
Okay, so Hayl trying to play tankless again. I would definitely ban both tanks. Probably pick Owen.
Okay. Yeah,
The thing is, Vex chose to go second as well. That's very strange. Usually, players want to go first. Um,
that's fair. Yeah. I guess he
and
feels
Owen is
more.
still not bad.
No, but second player is good these days because you have two act against. But in this case, he only has one. Anyway, um,
He got the Owen, and
he banned
I
out
think
Odious too.
yeah, I'm not familiar with how Elwin does against Burn with demon troops. With a lot
So
of troops,
you
it's going to be very hard
you can't
being
kill. You can't kill.
with the demon troops.
Yeah, you can't. So I attacked
Did
into Burn, and I only killed the
you get on the?
troops. I only killed the troops. But what happened was he dispelled off my attack, but ended up killing only the troops. But even then, even if I had attack buff, I don't think I would have killed Burn. So yeah, I mean, werewolves are pretty tanky. You can't really get through werewolves because you get stat down, and especially it wasn't using guard either. In this case, if he's gonna use guard, he's gonna get 25% physical damage reduction. So I think there's no way you can one shot Burn.
It's very strange that Vex picked Licorice instead of traditional hero like yeah. And
I
especially since there's no tiles that are available since he banned Mobius quite a while ago.
I think he just
So
picked up liquors for healing.
yeah,
'Cause-
but I would have picked up Sophia instead.
but if you in this case, you kind of have to go all in. So I think I would have picked up something more aggressive. But at the same time, there's nothing really that aggressive from Vex's side either, right? So
I picked Volvo here instead of Regan. I guess Regan's pretty useless with the Rosen around. But I feel like there's something that could have been done because we haven't really focused much. Just have someone kill Burn. It's very easy to kill Burn with magic. And Rachel's banned, so that cannot have done it because it's already banned. There's not much threats. It's usually against Burn. I like to pick up Young Jessica or TJS. Either one can probably kill Burn pretty
yeah, I
easily.
mean either one would kill if it's like a
Yeah,
werewolf.
Nomi can definitely kill as well, but Vex doesn't have it in his box.
Yeah, his box is more of just AoEs. There's not that many choices to kill Burn. So either you just gotta AoE through and ignore Burn, but in this case, if you wanted to do that, you had to ban Rosencio, right? It's strange not to ban Rosencio for Vex either because most of its units are just debuffs, right? So that's probably
Yeah,
the first thing you want to get rid of. So
yeah.
what ends up happening, same with the ban pick last game, is he just picks up Rosencio and ends up with picks that are not as useful at the end. I mean, I think for Vex, I think he should ban Rosencio. It's gonna make his ban picks so much easier. It's gonna increase the threat level for all of his units against any kind of team, really. So, and you just want your opponent to ban out high level threats, and you're basically making your whole box low level threat. So it's really not good for you during band picks. Looking good for Hayl though this game, his team wise.
Here, Hale brought the faction buff for burn. I'm not sure if I would have done that.
Why not?
Maybe the Rosen can the faction buff instead.
Well, the faction buff does so much for burn though, because if he brings guard, that's 25% reduction in physical, increases the range for AoE. I mean, it does everything for his skills. So I mean, 3C is not bad. Faction buff is not bad on burn. It just improves him so much.
Was the burn that you attacked with Elwyn a Iron Fist one?
No, it wasn't. It was just like
Is a AoE one?
No, it wasn't with AoE. It was single target. So it had the dispel passive, so it dispelled off my attack.
Okay. Because Elwyn can just dispel the Iron Fist, and then the physical reduction does not happen unless the translation is wrong. Because the translation
That's also a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, so that physical reduction is not really a thing because you can just wait out the Iron Fist. It's not 100% uptime.
Yeah, even then you can't kill burn though, especially against these troops. I mean, against the golem. Even werewolves, I don't think you can kill, to be honest.
Yeah, Vex could have made like an infantry troop if he predicted this. I'm not sure if I would have done that, but it depends on Hail's demon training. His demon training is very, very weak. So Unicorn might have just killed the burn like that.
Yeah, I mean, unicorns is pretty ideal for this map. So just because there's so much stuff in the middle, the only path you have is like the middle path, narrow line. If you have infantry troop, so it's fair to bring unicorns.
Vex's HP on his
Okay, so
the first thing I want to check.
Okay, so damage reduction, as long as you have the car skill equipped, it's like a passive thing.
It works okay because translation says when it's active.
Okay, yeah, I mean translation's always wrong. Yeah,
and I haven't really tested it, so I'm unsure if that's true or not.
Yeah,
but I try to believe
the reduction is really unnecessary for burn to survive anyway.
It's very nice though.
Yeah.
It depends how your burn's built, but most burns have a decent enough bulk to survive most physical hits. My burn almost died to a Rosalia attack using lava titans. So that was kind of concerning. I had like 200 HP left after the faction buff.
Oh, you're using titans.
Yeah, but titans have more HP.
Should be tankier, yeah.
Yeah, so generally I think titans are tankier, about at 100% HP.
Actually, I think that's debatable. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure.
It depends on the two tick or not, but I think he probably has like 1k more HP, if not more, just from being a lava titan. So I think that jobs generally make the defense a lot less physical.
Probably better to bring Lancer troop anyway, because werewolves are demon, and it's not like Rosalia's the Griffin's gonna get through all the soldiers anyway, so werewolves probably will just die to Rosalia in one tick, because she's a holy unit, so probably don't want to bring werewolves anyway.
But my lava titans, they have very, very low HP burn after the attack. I survived by 200 HP. And my burn is pretty defensive. I think it's like 277 green, something like that. And in addition to...
Are you using like full moon?
No, I'm using breeze. I have better breeze enchant than full moon enchant, so I'm not going to be enchant stuff.
I mean, I'm not surprised you're using defensive burn, because that's all you really think about. Because, I mean...
No, I just like it as an option. because I'm running 2 tanks and one burn.
Yeah, because I mean, you're so afraid of dying. All of your units are just anti-death because you're dead all the
No.
time. Yeah.
Anyway, here
hmm
it does not look too great for Vex. The Rosen is gonna put in a lot of work,
Yeah,
but
Rosen's gonna.
sometimes you
hmm
debuff too much that the stacks just aren't enough.
Yeah, you can overwhelm
Yeah,
Rosen.
you definitely need like an act again for that to happen. So I'm not too confident in Vex's getting rid of all the stacks and then debuffing. That doesn't seem very possible, for
Yeah,
my
it's
opinion.
gonna be hard for sure. Because I mean, as long as you move Rosen last, it's gonna be hard to really get rid of all the stacks. Because you get rid of all the stacks, and then you can just use 3C, give all the stacks back. It's just very strange to me that he's not banning Rosen when his box is pretty much all debuff AoE. I mean,
There's not much single target threats,
mhm.
and the ones that do usually are better at single AOE. Like
Yep, just
yeah,
like
so
most
she only has
boxes.
a few single target threats, so she should probably ban Rosen first, or at the very least, ban a tank first, so you can make them tankless, and then you can kill them with single targets. Um, just like last game, but
hmm
doesn't seem very great this game. This game is definitely lopsided in terms of the matchup.
Yeah,
It should be
even the last pick Ares is really threatening too. I mean, I really doubt that Liquors is built to survive. So you could just get rid of Liquors as well.
That's how bulky the licorice is. But my licorice has died to Ares AoE twice before, even though she's quite bulky. But sometimes you just randomly crit and then
I mean,
it just dies.
if you use Death Robe, it shouldn't crit.
Sometimes it still crits. It's very low chance, but sometimes it just dies.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it should be very hard with the Landius around.
hmm I know you're not a believer, but if you AoE in melee range, the aura doesn't proc.
No, I'm not sure that's true or not.
No, it is true. It's true, but it only works for melee units.
There's so much testing that you can do in this game,
Oh, I
but
mean, we can test after. I mean,
that's too much. That's too much work.
but
Oh,
just keep it in mind. It does work like that. But I mean, Hill this time he's team's pretty offensive too, so he has pretty good AOE combos. It's hard to
he
really
still
move in.
definitely win. He still definitely win with like dispelling the guard and attacking again next turn or something like that. There's definitely ways to win, but it doesn't seem very likely. But who knows? Just like last match, something can happen, and then you just win.
hmm Yeah, it's pretty tough. So if you want to survive against Ares, since it's a normal attack, well, it's Angels, which is pretty weak as well. You probably want to stand your L1 on a defensive terrain too. When you just push with L1, but that also gets dangerous because you're putting all of your team in danger. It's kind of hard to push up because all Hayl wants to do is just get in range, so all of his AOE's will land.
Yeah, if that rain lands one AOE, it's almost game over. Just need to first bait out the heal from Licorice, maybe like Ares, and it should be very hard for
Yeah,
Vex to win.
and Vex is very unlikely to push up. And you know what? Hale being like a Stolly type of player, he could definitely wait out Reen because his didn't transform, but Vex transformed, right? And it's very unlikely Vex is gonna push in, so he could just wait and go in after the transformation runs out.
Yeah, the Rain's gonna have to do something very, very soon. Have
Mm-hmm.
someone die very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of pulled the trigger a little bit too quickly,
Yep.
especially seeing that last match. It stalled out for like few turns, and his Rain also ran out of the buff.
Yep. I
So
mean,
definitely a mistake.
that was kind
Vex's
of
side
on
as well.
his side because he had better units to push in. All he needed to do was really push in last game,
Yeah.
but decided to stay back. So not like
So
Reem would have
this
done too much.
yeah, this match, I'm not sure if he should push in or not.
No, I don't think he should. He can't
It's
really push
very
in because then he'll get comboed in. I mean, comboed by all the AOE's. So he can't really push in. But
but he can't really engage.
at the same time, Hayl can't really push in either. But clock is ticking for Vex because of.
It's very awkward for to guard stuff
Mm-hmm.
because the Iron Fist is not a long lasting guard like Land ES3C and Hilda's 3C.
So it's a two
It's
turn.
bad for a guard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like using Vargas.
Oh, he's gonna move up. He knows that he's running out of time, but it also puts him at a risk. So most likely, Hayl's gonna transform this turn. Move up his
I would definitely transform this.
Yeah, move up his rain transform, but he's not gonna move up.
He thinks that he has decent enough range.
Well, the line skill you can hit with, but I mean, Hayl's a pretty reactive unit, and he's a very stally player. So, a reactive player, I mean.
Yeah, but that Rain's gonna run out of time soon. It's gonna be very, very sad for the Rain very soon.
Also, if you're gonna position aggressive, wait, what did he move last turn? Bozo? Okay. So he should move up his L1 now. He should be in range at least.
The L1 should have been pushed up a little sooner, like maybe around the mountain area. Because I don't think that the Ares can kill the Elwyn. He might have even baited the.
Okay, I think
Ares.
that is not enough range. He's not in range of anything. He needs to move up L1 a little forward. So
he needs to be around the forest and mountain areas. But
and
he's very afraid for dying for some reason.
Yeah, the plays are not cohesive because he's kind of trying to move up, but he's not. At the same time, it's the last turn he can really make plays because Reen's transform is gonna run out.
Mm-hmm.
Elwyn's not in range. Licorice is in range, but not gonna do too much. But at least, also Hayl too. Hayl transformed his Reen.
Yeah, but he has like 4 turns to do something.
Yeah, it's fine, but he's very reactive because none of his AoE can reach because he didn't even bring the line AoE. So
that Elwyn is really doing nothing at all.
Yep.
I think you gotta. I'm not sure about you using your AoEs first before your opponent does. It doesn't seem very good to use Licorice AoE here.
It's actually pretty good for Vex if Licorice moves out like that. Yeah. Because now Reen's in range.
A lot of damage.
That's more than half HP.
Oh, that Licorice is very. Oh my! That Licorice should have been dead already. To Ares. I would have just traded that.
Oh yeah.
Ares, and then just bring in the guy and eventually just win.
Yeah. You could have traded and it's pretty much GG.
But Hayl did not even check the Licorice's HP until just now. That's not the first thing I usually do.
Yep.
When I bring an Ares AoE.
But
just
like
check your HP, see what you can kill.
I mean, that was like the whole point of the band pick too, like a pick Ares. I mean, you just check the units that he can potentially kill if you go AoE. But like I said, Hayl's a stealthy kind of player. He's not very offensive.
Here you
So
can probably still kill, but you don't need to risk it. And you can just wait a little bit longer if you want to. But I think this would probably 100% kill,
yeah,
especially if this
it's
melee
100% kill.
AoE thing actually is the truth.
He's thinking about it now, but I would wait, and you can still go in and keep turn prio. It's not even the
You
best.
can like
Yeah,
you
now
can
it's
probably use,
checking. That's crazy, right? Because it's like turn 4 or something, turn 5.
yeah. I'll probably move the range first and then do it later because you're not gonna hit anything with rain this turn. I'd probably stay a little bit away from Gozo.
Well, his style is he's not really thinking about making plays. He's just thinking about surviving, living his opponent. So I can understand why he didn't check.
Definitely should have checked earlier.
Does the Bozo have sleep? I don't know.
Well, sleep does absolutely nothing in Rosen matches.
Well, for example, if that Ares goes in, he can sleep Ares into fog. At least it's 1-for-1. But I think once you lose Liquor's
No, you won't
damagement.
because Greece has a Rosen.
Oh yeah,
Thing minion.
that's right. Rosen. Yeah, so you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's probably better to bring like Scythe and 1 AoE.
So here, I
He didn't
go
bring
in.
Scythe.
You did bring Scythe? Scythe will not kill angels anyway.
Yeah, it's not. It's
And
not.
you
Bozo's
won't be able to move
just
back because of
Landius aura.
the
Yeah.
Landius,
Mm-hmm.
but I go for it anyway. Maybe you trade your bows, your Ares, but then if that Reen does not do anything this turn, he's just gonna be silenced for a million turns.
Okay, that's
So
too safe.
I think either way,
all you needed to do was move Rosen and then go in to kill Licorice. He still has turn prio, and then you just run back, right? And then it's gonna the Vex is gonna react to that, try to kill the Ares. He's gonna move up his like at least one of the unit. Probably gonna be Elwyn, and then you can just follow up after.
yeah, but I think this way wins either way.
Yeah, I
Really
mean, yeah, it really doesn't matter.
You want to play super safe though.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vex is getting his units range, so there's gonna be the first AoE here. Clock though, Clock is pretty nice, but silenced. Okay, that's interesting, right? Because Bozo can go in. He doesn't have any more stacks, right? Yeah, Bozo can go in. But he's waiting for that 3C. He's gonna 3C Rosen after Bozo goes in, looks like. But what if he's silenced? Pretty much the only play he can make, but he's gonna move back. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna go in now. Not the best time. strange plays, right? He could have won in last turn if he wanted to. Still gonna kill Liquors, for sure. And I might even kill Bozel, I think. Is that a kill? Okay, so it's Bracer, so it didn't kill. But damage been done. There's no more healer. And any type of follow-up AoE is just gonna kill Bozel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in range right now. So you could choose to kill with Elwyn. But if you use Act Against skill, it's gonna be hard to zone out the opponent. Now he can move up basically Reen and also Licorice in range without getting into Elwyn's range. Yeah, that's right. Side can heal. But normally you would have moved up your Bozo, right? To attack Ares. Now he's in range for Licorice. So regardless of Licorice going in this turn or not, you don't want to, in all cases, you don't want to get into your enemy's range. If you have the choice of not getting into the range. So ideally, in any situation, you want to make it hard for your opponent to get in range of you, so they can't combo or make any kind of plays. So he can start getting into range. Now Reen's in range to AoE. I don't think there's a way to avoid it. Bozo's not in range to AoE next turn either. Well, if he goes there, Bozo can at least AoE now. But there are already stacks. Only 2 stacks though. Probably just want to use up Bozo, right? Because, I mean, he's gonna die this turn.
Yeah, this Bozo AoE is not gonna do much though.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Does not hit the Rosen.
Yeah.
If it hit the Rosen and maybe silence her, maybe it could do something, but right now it's not gonna do much.
Yeah.
Once the AoE happens, just heal back up. Make sure you don't use a 3C there though, because if you use a 3C there, you might die to fog.
Pretty much the only choice he has though. So at least there's only 2 stacks. So it does silence Reen, which is good. Pretty good, actually. It does force Rosen to move now. Or he could have just 3C from let go.
You use Goddess as well? Wow. Use the healing.
That's unnecessary.
That's a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, having
either use like Medring or Bracer or
having Goddess on Rosen just doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
guard up and then AoE afterwards, and it should be game over.
Yep. That's taking a lot of damage, huh? I wonder why. Reen's supposed to be very tanky when he transforms.
I see back in AOE. I see back in AOE, but I mean either way, it's good. But I would definitely stay back because now Elwin's mid.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't. It doesn't matter too much at all. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the game's pretty much over right now.
At least he's making more tiles into licorice tiles, so that's good.
And yeah, all the tiles going to get licorice tiles anyway because the fog is moving in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the issue is that Vex didn't have a very good big ban for his box. He really should consider banning the Rosen first, so his
Yeah,
AOE is actually thing.
that's yeah. I think that's probably the best choice for him.
Yeah, most people nowadays, if you have AOE box, you just ban Rosen. If you have single target box, you don't ban Rosen.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes BP so much easier for him because he built his box to go debuff AoE, right? I mean, it would only make sense to ban Rosen, which is probably the most annoying unit you can deal with as a debuff AoE. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so ends up being 2-0. Hayl wins.
Yeah,
And
they definitely should have
Vex.
gone game three though. The first game should have been easy Vex win.
Yeah, I
Second
think.
game easy AO win, and this third game should have happened. But unfortunately, Vex was didn't have the best mindset
Yep. Well, I
for
mean,
the big man there.
yep. Vex definitely had the advantage in ban pick in my view, and your view as well. So he could have won. But yeah, I mean, he could listen to the advices that we gave out and change his strategy.
Uh, He definitely has a decent box. It's not he has decent box and has some decent units. Definitely can make a Langrisser if he's not already Langrisser, but definitely needs to improve that big band a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and become much better player after that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he has plenty of time to learn. He just Ancient Ruin. Not sure how new it is, but pretty new. I think it's one of the newer servers. Let's see.
I think it's like 1 year old or something, maybe.
So if you look at Ancient Ruin is right before the our newest server, so it's very new.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably like 1 year old. Yeah. So yeah, don't get disappointed that you got locked out. Knocked out. You already went to the final stage, so that's pretty good. Top 64.
You get some experience along the way, and perhaps you can do a lot better either this season, maybe even make playoffs.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility if you you got like a month and a half to prove your units and also just learn how to pick band a little better. Then you can definitely make Langrisser and even make playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure what rank is right now, but he could be a Langrisser as well. But yeah, he can definitely make playoffs. And yeah, I mean, it's just losing games. It hurts sometimes, but those type of games you learn the most. So everybody loses, and you improve the most by losing. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And there are like 8 games today, so just check the schedule, and we'll try to cast as many games as possible tomorrow. Also, there's the Korea versus Global tournament, and that is gonna be in 6 hours. So Zanshin's gonna be
Oh,
playing, Cascal's gonna be playing. It's gonna be a Mitch's Extreme for English, and there's also gonna be a
okay.
Korean Twitch. Yep. Yeah. Thanks for joining the cast, Zelda.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah. I'll see you guys later.
I see you guys.